Discussed the hate he receives online while saying he's planning to be visible in the Cleveland community. 99% of the hatred directed at me is towards my pops. And then I'm just his son. But the kids didn't grow up in the era where they watched him play. It's just the older generation that does it to me rather than younger people. Because when I come to a person, there's no negativity I see, but it's all over online. That's why I say I like going to schools in person and actually meeting the kids. And any questions they have, I say, just ask me whatever the question you want. Pick any question, no filter, no anything. That's what they say, and then I just answer whatever they need me to answer. What you think, Ocho? Any truth to what he said?
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Listen, the young folks really don't have a problem with it. They enjoy them, but it's the older kids, not older kids, the older folks in general.
Right.
That's doing all the hating. And yes, some of the hate does come from his father, but also some of the hate is going to come from him and what he's been able to accomplish so far. What people mistake for arrogance or cockiness, which is merely confidence, which is all he's showing. Some people don't like that. Some people want you to be humble. They want you to dim your light because it makes them uncomfortable.
Yeah, my light, it hurting your eyes. My light shining bright.
It might do, but I'm not dimming it. Obviously, he's a quarterback. The quarterback position is supposed to carry themselves a certain way. It's a way in which he doesn't carry himself, and he hasn't been given any grace, as opposed to other quarterbacks that were just as boisterous. And you don't know, with the
They
money.
love that. They love that, didn't they?
And listen, it's different. It's a double standard, but it is what it is. So you understand that. I hope he doesn't change anything. I hope he doesn't change anything. Just put his head down, do the work you need to do, and handle your business and change the quarterback position, which hasn't been good for the Browns consistently in a very, very long time since number 19.
Vinny, since Bernie Kosar in
number
the
19.
80s.
Yeah.
And before that, you got to go back to Otto Graham. So they really only had two good quarterbacks.
So I'm
but here,
wishing
Ocho,
him well. I'm wishing him well, man.
Ocho, you're not going to be able to win with people because if I dress nice, oh, he trying to show off. If I dress down, he broke.
Yeah.
You see, Ocho, there ain't no in between.
No.
And there's no in between because it's you're projecting. You're projecting.
Right.
The man's confidence. The man believes in himself. Everybody that's ever accomplished anything has believed in themselves. Sometimes you're the only. If I don't believe in me, who else gonna believe in me?
Exactly.
When people told me, Shannon, you ain't gonna do nothing, I believe the one person that told me I would, me. Because I was the one that was gonna be lifting that weight. I was gonna be the one that was running. I was gonna be the one that stayed in and didn't go out and party. That was going to be me. Now, if it didn't happen, Ocho, I wasn't going to be able to blame anybody because I knew what I wanted to become. I knew what I wanted to accomplish. But no matter what you do, if I tell you I'm going to go out there, I'm bragging. Then I don't show up and play well. He's sorry. He's terrible. Now, I told you what I was going to do. I'm bragging. I don't do anything. I'm not any good. I dress well. He trying to show off. I got hold of my. He broke.
Hey, listen.
So how do I win?
By not caring.
I eat at a nice restaurant. I wish I would pay $100 for a steak. Man, them drinks cost $30. They see me eat at a fast food chain. Man, he can't eat. He with a fast food chain because he can't eat at that $100 plate. You see what I'm saying, Ocho?
Yeah.
So at some point in time, you just got to be secure in who you are.
Right. And do what you want to do, no matter what.
And do what you want to do.
You can't please everybody.
Right. And that's the hardest part.
Right.
Is that because before, Ocho, we didn't have social media. So people couldn't jump in your comments. People didn't have a way of saying anything. I mean, the national media, they might, you had a bad game, they would tear you up. But now, I mean, everybody jump on your timeline. Everybody got something to say. Everybody.
You have to be in an era where everybody is very sensitive. Individuals that are in the limelight, whether it be sports,
entertainment,
you have to be mentally strong. Mentally strong. You just have to be. And if you're not mentally strong, you don't need to be in certain businesses in general, because they coming for you.
Yeah. Sometimes,
They're
because
coming.
look, everybody's not happy for your success. And
At all.
sometimes they want to see you successful until you become successful.
Mm.
And then, I told you, Andrew Schultz told me a great quote. He said, the easier it is to make money doing something, the more resentful and envious people will become of you.
Hmm.
Because everybody feel like they got a voice and they can talk.
Yeah.
So if you make an X amount of money, hell, I can do that. Why he get to do it and I can't? You see,
Right.
everybody realize, bro, I ain't finna be 6'9". I'm not gonna be able to run no 4.340. I'm not gonna be able to hit the curve ball, the slider, or the changeup.
Hmm.
But talking Ocho, you mean to tell me with a camera and a microphone, and he can make that? He making that kind of money and making that kind of money.
Yeah.
So the easier it is to do something, the more resentful and envious people will become of you. And and I'm not, look, like I said, I wasn't used to this, Ocho. I wasn't used, like, I play football. I'm expecting Kansas City to dislike me. I expect the Raider fans to dislike me. I'm on the Broncos. We beat hell out your team. You should dislike me.
Right.
But when I got into this, and I didn't know I had this, like, even at Undisputed. Because, I was everybody's favorite uncle. You know what I'm saying, Ocho? I was talking about the George Floyd. I was talking about Walter Scott. I was talking about Eric Garner. I was talking about Sandra Black. I was doing all that stuff, Ocho.
Hmm.
We talked about the Colin Kaepernick, Skip and I. We talked about it when everybody else had abandoned it and when nobody touched it. We touched it. And I'm talking about with both feet. So I was like, I'm on my own now, because everybody kept telling me, man, you need to be on your own. You don't need to be taking this, yada, yada, yada. I said, okay. Man, he'll sell out. He gossipy. He zesty. It's like, well, damn.
But they gonna come now. They gonna come.
But you know what? And a lot like Shannon, that comes along with it. I was like, really? That comes along with it? I've always felt I wanted the fortune, damn the fame.
Mm.
You hear a lot of people say, Ocho, fame and fortune. Nah, I could take the fortune.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's nice. It's nice to be the fortune is very nice. I hear a lot of people tweet that out. I want the money, not the fame. Well, it's really hard to have one without the other.
It is.
It's very hard to have one without the other. There's no give and take.
Well, it all depends on how you accumulated it. See, if you accumulated in sports, if you
Right.
accumulated it in entertainment,
Right.
it's hard. Man,
Yeah.
a lot of these billionaires, they walk by you, you wouldn't even know who they were.
No, you would. You would. You definitely would. Definitely would.
You would have no earthly idea that such and such is worth $1 billion, $2 billion, 800 million, because they didn't make it in a way that you saw them make it.
Right.
See, if a guy playing sports, LeBron James has made 800 million and 500 million in NBA salary. Tom Brady made $300+ million in NFL salary. So you can see that. But a guy that invested in Google that you didn't see, a guy that bought Netflix, a Nvidia, you didn't see. Somebody had Berkshire Hathaway, you didn't see. So, and they sitting on tons, or they got this invested in a startup, Uber,
Mm-hmm.
and now they 10x, 15x, 30x their money, sitting on hordes of cash, Ocho.
Oh yeah.
Walk right by you.
You never know.
Never know. But you know what, Ocho? And now you see it comes along with it. That comes along with the territory. I feel bad, but I think Shedeur being in the situation that he's in and being who he is, I think his dad has prepared him for this.
Oh,
I think he's
absolutely.
prepared him extremely well.
Absolutely.
Time got it. People say time was selfish, going back and forth playing football and basketball. Why don't he devote? Bro, I mean, think about it. If you can make 20 million doing one job and you can make another 20 million doing another job, he was like, nah, I don't want that 20 million over there. It wasn't like he was doing it on the free. They were paying him to play baseball.
Oh yeah.
He was getting 2 checks. And he was good.
Damn good.
I mean, but it's tough. I mean, some people are delighting that he went into the 5th round, but Ocho, it ain't where you go. It's what you do once you get there.
That's it. That's my favorite line.
Because at the end of the day, you're gonna have to show one way or another. Cam Ward went the first pick. He's gonna have to show what he can do in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. You gonna get a helmet, shoulder pads, some cleats?
Hey,
Okay.
you know,
Go prove you are what you say you are.
and he flying under the radar right now too now
Mm-hmm.
because of all the attention that she
Yes.
get. He flying under the radar. I'm wishing him well too.
Yeah. I mean, I know you from Miami, but everybody wasn't happy when Ocho went to Cincinnati.
No, probably not.
No, hell no.
No, I didn't care either. Cause one thing,
That's my dream. It ain't yours.
hey,
I don't know what your dream. I ain't living your dream. I'm living mine.
hey, it ain't matter who cared or who cared not.
Nothing.
I knew what was gonna happen when I got there. I tell you that.
I ain't worked this hard to have a cup of coffee. Oh, yeah, I tried out for the Broncos. Oh, no. It wasn't going to be no tryout. I don't know nothing about that, Ocho.
I ain't had no choice but to make it.
That's it.
Yeah,
To put all those years, think about how long you've been playing. I think I started playing tackle football at 9.
Yeah, I started at 4. Liberty City Optimist. I mean, Miami Lakes Optimist. I'd never forget.
Yeah, I started playing football at 9 years of age. So 9 and got drafted at 21, turned 22 like 2 months later.
Yeah.
So 13 years. Not making it wasn't no option for me. I knew they had something I can do.
Mm-hmm. And now
I have a 13-year special team career, but I'll go play in the NFL.
something.
Don't give me no chance. Give me a chance if you want to get out there.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the job back.
I'm thinking about that, man. That's so long ago.
Yeah.
1998. Miami Lakes Optimist. I remember my coach too. Miami Lakes Optimist Pythons. Off 67th Avenue.
Boy, you wasn't no damn 4 years old in 1998. What the hell are you talking about?
No, I'm thinking about my first coach. I'm telling you what I can remember and recollect.
You said 1998.
Yes, I started at 4, but I don't remember my coaches when I started that young. I'm telling you when I first
remember my coach.
Yeah,
Dale Dutton.
Yeah.
Was my first coach. His mom was a substitute teacher.
Right.
And that day at PE, smoked all the kids. Tell me, you ought to play football for my son. You want to play football, son?
Yeah.
I like you better you talk to my grandma.
Mm.
You married, boy, ain't you? Yes, ma'am. Bus dropped me off. The lady damn near run me over, pull it in the yard, don't you?
Hell no.
Lady, I got on the bus. I said, well, damn. You know you could have called.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, that's them some good memories, man.
Dorsey Minson was rest his soul. He was my second coach.
Yeah.
Because you pick. Everybody got to pick 3. You get to pick 3 players. Because that's how you do it, Ocho. See, like I came late. They had already started. My first coach, they had already got their team already picked. But I was gonna play on her team, and I was like, I got to play on his team because he's gonna take me home.
Right.
Yo, hey, if you weren't bringing Shannon Sharpe home, I couldn't play.
Right.
Because we didn't have one car, and my sister wasn't gonna be coming to pick me up from practice. So Mary said, Francis, you gonna fetch that boy home? Yeah, Mary, I'll bring him home. Okay. So she brought me home. Next year, Dorsey, I went the first round. Brought me home. And then what's the guy? Billy Shoemaker? Oh man, I can't think of the guy's name, Ocho. Damn. Might have been, was it Dale Kicklighter? Dale Kicklighter might have been my coach. I gotta ask Libby tomorrow. But I got that ride home though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And when I got to high school, Ocho, I know it was they wasn't supposed to do it, but you had to, because my sister would drop my aunt off to all the football games, basketball games, the track meet. Shit, you had to. Sorry, damn. You had to take my aunt home.
Right.
Yeah, my aunt ride home. It'd be all the guys and my aunt. Hey, coach. You know my aunt. Oh yeah, she can come on.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, man. She my aunt Jane, call her top. She went to every one of my football games in high school. Every one of my home basketball games, she was there. Every one of my track meets, she was there. Every last one of them.
Damn.
I come out, hey, I get dressed. Top, you ready to go? Yeah. She get in the van, she get on the bus with us. Every one of them.
I mean, there was some
As a
days.
matter of fact, my track coach and my high school football coach, Coach Hall, actually he going to the Hall of Fame. My brother, he coached obviously he coached my mom. My mom graduated in '60. I graduated '86, so 26 years. He coached 50 years.
Right.
Yep. He told the doctor, Coach Hall probably be about, how old Coach Hall? Mama 81, so Coach Hall should be about 87. He told the doctor, he said, Coach, how you doing? He said, I'm doing good. He said, I got one more boy to get into the Hall of Fame. And then, Doc, I'm good after that. I don't care nothing about after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that joker, he called my sister. He get in, Coach Hall, I don't know. Okay, when you find out, let me know. So he got in, she drove up there, and she told him, Coach Hawley, boy, that showed good. So we just booked him and his wife reservation. I think the other day. I think Shelly took care of it the other day. That's what makes it special, Ocho. When you have a coach that's been a part of this. He coached my mom. He coached my uncles, my driver's ed, my sister. You know, all my aunts, my sister, me, my brother, and then was a part of it because he lived in Savannah. The home games, I see him on the side. I see him standing over the side. Had a white guy named Billy Strickland.
Mm-hmm.
Ocho, only white guy there. Only come from Glenville. Only white guy. At the hall, he was at the. That man was so proud, Ocho. He said, "This is the proudest day of my life." That had to be he's a pharmacist. So my grandma would send my sister up there to get medicine, not have no money. He said, "Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it." Yeah. Billy Strickland was at the game, standing on the side. I would see him because he and Coach Hall knew each other. They be standing there. That's what makes it fun. Coach Hall drove to DC, drive to Tennessee, drive to Jacksonville. If I'm close, Atlanta,
he driving.
He coming.
Yeah.
If it's anything under 12 hours, Coach Hall gonna drive. Mm-hmm. He coming. We play in Carolina in a preseason game. Coach Hall there.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Hall there. Yeah, man. Because you know when they first started, they played at Clemson, and then they got their own stadium. Coach Hall coming, and man, it's so great. It's an unbelievable feeling that he gets to experience it. It ain't a whole lot. It ain't a whole lot of guys coach two guys that go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Yeah. And he's in the Georgia Coaches Hall of Fame. Man, he was so proud. He told us, me and my brother went up there for that. Man, that's what it's all about. Ocho, Travis Hunter had a busy month. First, he was selected number 2 overall by the Jacksonville Jags in the NFL draft. Then he graduated Colorado May 15th. And on Saturday, he got married to his longtime girlfriend, Leanna Laney. He gave her a gift, a ceremony worth at least $600K. It's a Mercedes-Benz AMG 63 Brabus 800.
Yeah.
It thing nice.
Yeah.
They nice. But your boy ain't got that kind of bread.
Yeah.
But your boy ain't got that kind of bread.
No.
And if they had it, he ain't buying one of them. Ocho, once you get to a certain age like myself, Ocho, about to be 57 in a month.
Yes, sir.
I done had everything I want. Nah, hey.
Yeah, you want to chill, huh?
I done did it. I done did it. I done had the Ferrari and the Rolls and the Bentley and the big body Benz and Range. I done had all that.
Did it all.
But hey, I'm happy for the young fella.
Oh yeah,
he looked happy.
Very happy, man. That's what it's about at the end of the day. And I'm glad him and his wife ignored all the haters on the outside. Ignore all the haters. Everybody gonna have an opinion. Everybody gonna have to say this, blah blah blah, whatever. As long as they happy. Trav, focus on what you got to focus on. Go out there and turn Jacksonville and Duval County upside the fuck down. Mm-hmm. Turn it upside down.
We should have. See, Ocho, that should have been us many years ago, Ocho. Never mind.
Wait, what should have been us?
Married.
Oh shit! Well, I've been trying to get you married, man. Listen, I'm.
Whoa. Talk about what you been
Oh,
trying. What about you?
I'm getting married. I told you I'm 2026. I'm not playing. Hey, let me tell you something. When that ball dropped, December 31st?
Yeah.
Man, I ain't got time to play. I ain't got man.
Ocho, you had
Hey,
me. I had this white linen outfit. I was gonna wear this.
and listen, you're gonna still be able to wear it. I tell you that. Man, hey, Unc, I ain't got time to play. Ain't nothing out there, man.
You're right. You're right. You ain't. You know what, Ocho? You when you're right, you ain't wrong.
And listen, boy, I ain't got time to play no games. But I'm jumping the broom. Two of them. But two of them if it need be. I told you, listen, pay attention now. Think about all the stories we done talked about.
Yeah.
Football players, basketball players, and everyone that's having success. Do you notice what they all have in common? They all
married.
I want some of that. I'm telling you. Listen, God ain't, I'm gonna tell you what my grandma used to told me. God ain't finished with me yet. He waiting on me. I'm not gonna finish the work that needs to be done with you until I have a foundation to build it on. So I'm gonna go ahead and create that foundation. Now watch how everything just start just
And until you pay me my 5,900, when I get on you, I'm gonna take as long as God took.
Hey, listen, I tell you what, I'm gonna talk to God about it. I'm gonna see what He say. Let me tell you my grandma.
You need to talk to me about it.
Hold on. Let me pray, let me pray on it.
Why you gotta pray on my money?
No, it's not about praying on your money. It's just I want to talk to God about it.
You ain't talked to him yet?
Yeah. Oh, we
Man,
talk.
he's about Unc. You probably say, God, you know Unc ain't got no patience. And I sure be trying his patience. I need to give him his money.
Nah. Listen, Jesus got the will. Don't worry about it. Long as Jesus got the will, we going in the right direction.
Well, I ain't in it. So I need you to pay me my 5,900. I ain't in his will. That between you and God. I need you to I need you to give me 5,900 in cash.
I got you. Ain't no pressure.
Well, congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Hunter. Miss Hunter, enjoy your gift. 63 Brabus, 800. Them thing nice too. Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're gonna make Ocho cry. Ocho, during OTAs this week, AJ Brown admitted surprise at his current mindset. Coming into the league, we're taught we're playing for this reason. We're playing for the trophy. And once we got the trophy, it was just like, I thought everything would be fulfilled. Like the hard work and everything. But no, it's a journey. It's the journey that matters the most, that means the most. Because those are the moments you look back with your teammates, those that spending time with, you're going to war with, you're suffering together, you're winning together. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, once you look, I wanted to be a Pro Bowl player.
Yeah.
I wanted to be an all pro player, and I wanted to win a championship. I ain't think about no Hall of Fame. I ain't even realized the Hall of Fame until Mark Kiesler told me in '96, like, man, he's like, bro, you could put together a couple more years, you can go to the Hall of Fame. Right. I was like, what? They take seventh rounders in the Hall of Fame. It's like, it don't matter what round you get drafted in, they go by production. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay. That was the first time that I had really even gave a thought. Now, mind you, Ocho, in '91, we played in the Hall of Fame game. I went to that very building that my bus resides in.
Mm-hmm. That's dope.
Not even thinking. Man, it never even done. Bro, I'm from Glenville. I'm from Savannah State. Mm-hmm. Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Man, Joe Green in the Hall of Fame. Terry Bradshaw, Roger Staubach, the greats of the greats in the Hall of Fame.
Legends.
Yes. But you realize, and it's not good enough to make one Pro Bowl because anybody can do it once.
Yeah.
Can you go back when they know you the guy? When they game plan for your ass?
Over and over.
Can you become an all-pro again when they game planning for you?
Yeah.
When you walk to the middle of the field, man, hell of a game, Sharp. Man, Ocho, hey, man, you gave us that work today, Ocho. Hey, don't worry about it. We'll see your ass again. Yeah, that's what I want. I want when y'all go in the meeting on Wednesday, I want y'all to circle the A. That tight end of 84. We got to deal with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I totally agree with AJ because there's nothing like that's what you Ocho. I never missed the game. I missed the bus rides, the plane rides, the bull jiving in the locker room, in the training room joking, in the meeting room cracking jokes. That's what because that's what you're never going to be able to replace.
Ever.
You never. And you're not besties with everybody, but you're not going to be around 10, 11 guys that y'all laughing and joking and back. You're never going to be like that again. It's never going to be like that again, Ocho.
No, it's not. And listen, and just but what you just talked about AJ Brown, I've become a little bit more fond of young bull, man. As of late, hearing some of the things he's talked about. I'm not going to get into detail on it, but his perspective on life and other topics that I've seen him speak on, and he's become a huge favorite of mine. Not even the receiver, AJ Brown. I'm talking about the human being,
the person,
the husband, the person he is, and values and morals in which he stands. And said, I never knew that about him. I never knew it about him because I've never had the opportunity to interact with him outside of the game of football. But hearing him and where he stands, and his beliefs, dog, very, very, very admirable from the outside looking in on what I thought an individual was like, based on what I see on the field, but in who he truly is off the field. Dude, I love dude, man. I love, he real sharp. He's sharp, and he got a sharp mind, man. So it was a joy to see him in a different light than what I expected based on the football player that I got to watch on Sundays.
I mean, I remember we won the Super Bowl, and obviously, man, there's nothing like it. Like I said, we broke the NFC. The NFC had run 14 straight Super Bowls, Ocho. And to win it and to hold that trophy, to actually be on the field, to have the confetti come down in your colors, and you got the trophy. Now, think about how many times I've seen the Super Bowl winning team go on the field and get that trophy, and everybody's looking at it. Now I finally have it.
Yeah.
A small kid from Glenville, Georgia, went to Savannah State and 7th round draft pick, and I'm the starting tight end. They pronounce my name and everything. And everybody in Glenville say, you know what? I know somebody that actually played in the Super Bowl. As a matter of fact, I probably went to school with him, his brother, or his sister. That was me. And winning that trophy, that was at that point in time probably the crowning achievement of my career. And I remember going into the offseason, and I'm like, because back then, 16 games, Ocho, and then, we still had the 2 weeks. And so we started playing. I mean, first week. So I think the Super Bowl was damn near like the end of January. It didn't bleed into February. And I just remember like the offseason, Ocho, I was like, man. So I took about an extra week off and got back into it. And I remember when we came back to OTAs, and Mike got up in there and was like, hey, congratulations, guys. I'm proud of this. I'm proud of you guys. He said, if you want to be special, you got to do it again.
Yeah.
There are a lot of teams that's won one in a row. He said, if you want to be special, you want to be remembered, we got to go back to back. And that was the mindset that we adopted. And I remember once we came out of, we had a great, as a matter of fact, we had a great training camp. Everything was great. We were having fun, and Mike would put one, like most teams have their schedule up there, all 16 games.
Right.
We put one game at a time. He said, this is a 16-round fight. We're going one round at a time.
Right.
Bing, boom, knock the Patriots out. And so we just going down, just checking them off, Ocho, checking them off. 13 weeks. Because think about it, we won our last game. Won our last 2 games. 97. Yeah, won our last 2 games in 97. No, last game in 97. Beat the Chargers. Then we go through the playoffs, win the Super Bowl, then we come out. So we win like 18 straight games, Ocho. Feeling good.
Yeah. Get
to the playoffs. But I agree with everything he said. There's something about that moment. And when I get on the phone and I talk to Burns, or me and Ross Smith call him Foots, feed some of them guys, and man, we just, hey man, you remember such and such? We was at the back of the plane, Joni. I mean, very few times, Ocho, do we ever talk about the Super Bowl game itself. Right. We're talking about going to the game. We're talking about on the plane ride back, on the bus ride back. Very seldom do we mention anything about the Super Bowl itself. We always talk about the plane ride, or man, you remember we got snowed in and we had to go get people on snowmobiles to go to Buffalo. We get to Buffalo like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and we got a 1 o'clock game. Yeah, man, that was so much fun. Ain't nothing like that. Ain't nothing like that. And then when you're in it, Ocho, you don't get to enjoy it.
Mm-mm.
You don't. Because you're in it. And you feel if you enjoy it, it's going to take you out of that mindset of what you need to do to make sure you try to stay in it. So, man, ain't nothing like that. Hey, AJ Brown said he's also upset about the current haircut prices in the country. Haircut prices are crazy nowadays. I used to pay $20 for a cut. AJ, ain't no more $20 cut, cuz.
But I used to pay $5.
$2.50. But you got to realize, Ocho, I was getting haircuts in the 70s. Me and my brother, my grandfather give me and my brother, $4, $2 to $5.
Yeah,
hey, both of us get a haircut. In college, that's all you was giving you, a teammate. Man, I wish I would pay a guy $5 to cut my hair. Boy, you better, man, please.
Boy, times are different, boy.
Yeah.
Times are different.
Ocho, look, I ain't got no problem. Hey, good $60 for a cut. I'm going to go ahead and tip you for it. Ocho, dude, they be wanting $200, $300 to cut me.
Man, listen, it's time. Listen,
charge $15 for a part.
Boy, hey, hold on. You talk about a haircut, $200. Boy, 2 steaks at the grocery store. Boy, $43.
Yeah. Well, guess what? How much are they in the restaurant? $70. So at least you got 2.
Hey, they got to make their money up some kind of way. They ain't got no choice to market up.
Look. A lot of times, what happens, Ocho, is that if barbers cut athletes, celebs, and entertainers, they want to live that lifestyle. Well, bro, you need to play a sport. You need to act, play an instrument, or dance, sing, or something, because you not finna come up on me. Hey, I grow dreads first. I get twists. I'm not paying no $300 for no cut. I don't care if I got 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 million. I'm not paying no $300 for no cut, Ocho.
Hey,
I'm not.
That's a lot.
For just a cut?
That's a lot. Now, what we can say is about our friend not too long ago who's down here in Miami. Now that kind of service.
Yes.
I forgot his Instagram name. But for that kind of service, $300. Now we talking. We can talk.
Oh yeah. Okay. If you gonna cut it, you gonna dye it, you gonna give me a facial
and all. Yeah.
I got you.
Now that I understand. Now I'm not gonna get that every time.
Right.
Not every time, but every so often, you got your nice little date night with your girl. You want.
Yeah.
Boom. There you go. Now you good.
Man, please. Man, you think I'm gonna let you gonna be on my hair for cutting my hair for 30 minutes, and I'm gonna give you $300, and then you want to expect a tip?
Tip who? Tip what?
I got a tip. Don't eat egg salad and ride the bus. That would be a terrible experience for everybody. I ain't got nothing for you, Ocho. No. But I'm trying to think. AJ, yeah. Well, I'm saying, I'm trying to think when I played. How much was I playing for a cut? Yeah. I'll play about $20, $30. Yeah. I paid the dude cut my hair. Now he do a good job. I give him a hey. I think he like 45, 50. I give him 100.
Damn, what big money. Okay.
Yeah.
Big money.
But they do a good job of getting me in. Cause like when I was in Atlanta, Ocho, I don't do no walk-ins. I like a standing appointment. So for my nails, my facials, my haircut, my massage, I would pay for the whole year.
God damn.
Pay the whole year. Cause guess what, Ocho? When I say, hey, I want my time, they're more apt to move somebody to get me in as opposed to them moving me to get somebody else in.
But you done already paid everything.
Yeah, I done paid. I done got back.
Hey, boy,
Yeah, I
hey,
always did that.
hey, you complaining about me owing you 5,200 and you paying for nails, manicures, and haircuts a whole
They
year.
provide the service. What you doing? You taking money out my pocket.
God.
I can't pay him. I told him, I said, I told the barber I would pay you money, but Ocho owe me 5,900 and I can't pay you.
I ain't never heard nobody do that, boy.
Yeah.
Hey, you different.
Hey, Ocho, check this out. I remember I had ran out because I get so I got this package and they lady runs a special on facials. You know, if you go ahead and pay, you buy 12. Can I get them once? She'll give you 15.
Mm-hmm.
I bought the package, got the job at Fox. I still got some of the books. I have some of the books.
Right.
I ain't got them no more. But yeah, but I like that. I like a standing appointment. They know I'm coming at this time. Hey, when I get my massage? Monday. I used to get massages Monday. No, Wednesday and Friday. That's my massage. Haircut was Thursday. Nails, Thursday. I like that. I like knowing. I like structure. I like a schedule. I like being on a schedule. I think everybody knows that. And I'm gonna be ticked if I come in there and I gotta wait longer than 5 minutes. Because you know I'm coming. I've already paid you for this time.
Right.
So don't be trying to get I can squeeze you in, come at 2:45 when you know my appointment's at 3. Ocho. The NFL has unanimously approved for its players to participate in flag football when the sport makes its debut in 2028 Summer Olympics. But not everyone is looking forward to NFL competing on the national stage. Quarterback Daryl Hoosh Doucette has led the U.S. national team for 4 global championships and has emerged as one of the biggest ambassadors for the sport. Hoosh hopes he and fellow flag footballers get a fair chance to make the 10-man roster. The flag guys deserve their opportunity. That's all we want. We felt like we worked hard to get the sport where it's at. And then when the NFL guys spoke about it, it was like we're getting kicked to the side. I felt like I was a guy who could speak out for my peers, for my brothers that's been working hard to get to this level, for us not to be forgotten. I agree 1,000% with him.
Remember I told you?
Yes.
When it first came out, I mean, a few shows ago, when I talked about NFL players getting the opportunity to play and
Yes.
the owners agreeing it's okay, I still think, and I can stand on this when it comes to Doucette and those young fellas that play flag football for a living, that know all the nuances and the mannerisms on how that game operates, they could beat an NFL squad. I'm talking about our best players, our best 10 against their best 10 that do it for a living against those that play in the NFL for a living. The flag football team will win because they know the game. They know how to manipulate the game. They know how to take advantage of the game based on the rules that the NFL players don't know much about.
Right.
It's different. And I said, I'm hoping, even though it's a 10-man roster, I would hope it's more than that. So those that actually play the game of flag football get the opportunity to shine as well.
So what are they going to do, Ocho? So are these guys going to do anything? Are they going to start like playing in the off season, playing flag football, or they just going to show up in 28 about, oh yeah, we got NFL players and we just going to put them on the team?
My point exactly. And now just doing that is also a disservice to the game.
Yes.
It does
just because you got a big name, that doesn't mean we.
And it doesn't mean
it makes it look even worse if you send all those big names over there and they get their ass whipped.
Which is
going to more than likely happen.
Exactly. Which is why you need those that actually do it, understand the game, and know the game, and then you know how you can sprinkle in your pieces of NFL players that can go out there and athletically be a little bit better than everybody else. But again, those that know the rules will always have an advantage.
And he's led them to the quarterback has led them to 4 global championships.
4.
I mean, well, damn.
Nice. He nice too now. He nice.
Yeah.
I played against him years ago. I forgot where we were. I played against him years ago. Oh, he nice. And the whole squad he was playing with, he from New Orleans too, if I'm not mistaken. He nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope. You know, I can see if it was tackle football, Ocho.
Oh, that's different.
And the NFL want to put some of their guys kind of like basketball. See, basketball is basketball. So when David Stern says, you know what, we're gonna get we're gonna make it this a global game, and we're gonna take our 10, 12 best players, and we're gonna showcase them. I get that, But there's no correlation between NFL and flag football.
Mhm.
NFL doesn't have a flag football team.
Right.
So to try to take the game globally, I thought that's what you was doing these international games for. Going to Brazil, going to London, going to all these different places. I thought that's what that was about. Let them people have this. Damn.
Yeah. And the funny thing about when I think people, especially in the chat or people that's obviously watching, are probably going to see these clips. When you think about flag football, they probably think it's, oh, you just pull the flags. Oh, our players are so fast. But when it comes to the game of competitive, it's a key word, competitive flag football with elites that do it for a living, they will annihilate NFL players.
Yes.
Will annihilate. Oh, you can manipulate the game in so many ways offensively. It's like, oh, it's crazy the rules that go into it. And at what point will the
And
NFL?
just like flag, I mean, you wouldn't ask anybody for flag football like, oh yeah, I hope they give us a chance to make the team. No, you ain't been playing NFL football. You ain't been playing tackle football.
Yeah.
Just like these guys that's playing tackle football hadn't played flag football since they left elementary school. Let them, bro, you getting enough shine. You in the NFL. Let these people have this moment.
I hope they get an opportunity though. I hope they do.
Ocho, let them people have the moment, Ocho.
Yeah.
Guys, you making $30 million.
Mm-hmm.
These guys, I mean, they the little bit of money that they're making. Let them have a moment. Damn.
Yeah. I think I guarantee you they'll be a part of it. They'll be a part of it.
You know, it's okay for them not to be. It's okay if they're not. It really is.
Yeah, I
mean, let me ask you a question. You was gonna watch it whether NFL participated or not.
Yeah.
Are you more apt to watch it now? No.
I'm watching it anyway. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
my point.
Yeah, I don't think people, and I don't like the fact that they just think, oh, it's flag football. It ain't just flag football. It's competitive flag football. There's a huge difference. It's a huge difference.
Someone said the solution is very simple. The National Flag Football Team versus the NFL Flag Football Team in the Coliseum on July 4th, 2027. Winner goes to the Olympics.
Well, hell. Well, the flag football team will be going to the Olympics.
Yeah. You can't just throw somebody out there and think they're going to win.
I'm telling you with the best NFL players. Pat Mahomes, the quarterback, Chase and Justin, that receiver.
Or Lamar Jackson, that quarterback, probably Lamar.
Yeah, okay, Lamar at quarterback. They're going to lose to do set in whatever team he comes up with. Whatever team they have, I guarantee you, and I put one of my savings accounts on it. Mm-hmm. Just hypothetically speaking, I'm telling you. Yeah, and if people look at Lamar Jackson and what he's able to do on an NFL field on a Sunday, or what Jamar Chase, Triple Crown winner, does on a Sunday, or Justin Jefferson, who can't be covered, man, it's different.
It's very different.
And this
Ocho.
Yeah.
Each NFL team's GOAT. Can you see that right there? They got each NFL team's GOAT. I think FanDuel did that.
Yeah, matter of fact, I saw this earlier. Hold on.
Do you got any objections?
Hold on. Hey, Ash, if you can hear me, can you text that to my phone? My eyes are bad. I like this. Somebody sent it to me earlier too. But I was at the concert, so I wasn't able to Ash heard me?
Yeah, she sent it to you.
Okay, hold on, it's coming. I like stuff like this too.
I mean,
you have any objections based on what you see so far? Okay, there we go. I got it now. Larry Fitzgerald, absolutely. The Matt Ryan, I would have loved to put Julio Jones there instead, but would it be Matt Ryan? I totally understand. The quarterback. Ravens, Ray Lewis, of course.
I don't know when it's all said and done if it might not be Lamar.
Okay, yeah, when it's all said and done, yeah, probably. But you got to understand, Ray gave you 2 Super Bowls now.
Gave 2 Super Bowls, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. He's universally regarded as the best middle linebacker to ever play the game. I was very fortunate to play with him for 2 years and know what he put in it to become what he became. So I ain't got no problem with that.
Yeah,
Brucey, I played
Brucey,
against Brucey.
about
Yep,
what?
Buffalo. Yep.
I mean, Jim. I mean, I think for the Bills, it could have gone two ways. It could have been Jim Kelly or it could have been Bruce Smith. You can't go wrong either way. What you think?
I think Brucey.
Okay.
And plus, Brucey was a two-time Defensive Player of the Year,
Mhm.
all-decade player in the 80s and the 90s.
Mhm.
Uh, now we'll see what Josh Allen does. Can he take him to the Super Bowl and unseat him?
Right.
Cam,
Uh,
okay, yeah.
Absolutely. And I think Cam also with Cam, you can slash Luke Kuechly, even though it was short-lived. His
What
career's
about
kind of
Pep? What about Julius Peppers?
I forgot about
Steve
Pep.
Smith? It's tougher than you think for
Yeah,
Carolina.
yeah, yeah, it is. It
But
is.
Cam, quarterback, MVP,
Would be a
took him to the
quarterback.
Super Bowl. I'm cool
So
with
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Walter Payton,
Yeah,
okay.
hands down. Anthony Munoz, absolutely.
Jim Brown,
Absolutely.
ain't nobody unseating him.
No.
Emmett, okay, yeah, I can live with that.
Over
John,
Troy?
okay. Uh-huh.
Over Troy?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Two-time, you do realize Emmett was a two-time league MVP, right? John, okay, I'll live with that. That's a good one.
Yes. Barry, of
Barry,
course.
yep, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Aaron Rodgers, wow.
Over Brett?
I'm not surprised. I mean, he got 4 MVPs. Brett got 3. He was a Super Bowl MVP winner.
Right.
More touchdowns, fewer interceptions. I'm cool. I'm perfectly cool with that.
Okay.
And they had some great players. You got Bart Starr, James Lofton's in the Pro Bowl. My brother's going to the Pro Bowl. You have Ray Nitsky, Willie Davis,
Mhm.
Herb Adderley. Oh, they got Paul Horning,
Mhm.
Taylor.
Right.
Yes. Aaron Rodgers, J.J. Watt. Yes.
Flash.
Peyton Manning,
I
absolutely. Even though
hold
with
on.
Johnny Unitas and they got some play, yes.
Hold on. Now you skip. Now that Houston's one, now I would slash Andre Johnson as well.
Well, first of all, that's with JJ 3 defensive players of the year, Ocho.
Uh okay.
I mean, you could probably make a case he's the top 5 defensive player of all time with what he was able to do those years. He's the only guy to have multiple 20 sack seasons.
Stevens. Okay.
I
All
can
right.
live with that. Peyton
Okay.
Manning, even though you got Johnny Unitas,
Absolutely.
you got some great players, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne. You've got some great players that played there, but for me, it's
DJ.
Peyton. Now, I was a little surprised by this, Fred Taylor.
What, you surprised?
Yeah, I thought they'd probably go with Tony Baselli.
Oh, probably one of the greatest left tackles of all time.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Fred had longevity. Baselli got hurt. His shoulders gave out on him. As a
Mhm.
matter of fact, I had a great conversation with him. We was at the last Super Bowl. I was on a panel with him. Um,
Pat.
so Patrick Mahomes,
Yeah, goes without saying. Hey, what about this
Marcus Allen,
Raiders pick?
greatest
Yes,
Marcus, yeah. But look, they've had some great players. They got a lot of Hall of Famers.
exactly. That's why I just said.
But Marcus, man, look, you got to understand, he and Al had a really falling out. He was blocking for Bo Jackson. LT, absolutely. LT
Yeah.
was, hey, I was fortunate enough to play in the tail end of my career against LT, and they had some great players: Kellen Winslow, Dan Fouts, Phillip Rivers, Gates,
Gates.
Fred Dean was there for a minute, Big Hands Johnson. Who else they had?
Shoot.
They had
Safety.
Charlie Joiner.
Rodney Harrison.
Yeah, they had Junior Seau.
Yeah, yeah.
They had uh, Charlie Joiner West. They had John Jefferson, the Moon Man.
The
Yeah,
Moon
I
Man.
forget what's West's last name. But they had some good receivers there. Kellen Winslow, Sr.,
Here.
the
Yeah.
Rams, Aaron Donald. No surprise there.
Without question.
The Dolphins, Dano. No
You know,
surprise there.
absolutely.
Minnesota, Randy. No
Not even
surprise there.
close.
And they got some Hall of Famers. They got that famous the Purple People Eater. Uh,
Mhm.
Alan Page is in the Hall of Fame. He's one of 2 men that win the MVP as a defensive player here in ALT. Carl
Mhm.
Ellis in the Hall of Fame.
John.
Johnny Randall, Chris Carter, Fran Tarkenton, Chris Dolman. So,
What's the
but
quarter,
Randy,
what's the
Randy,
quarter, what's the quarterback they had that run
Fran
all over?
Tarkenton,
Yeah,
Randall Cunningham, Fred, yeah.
Fred. Fantastic.
New England, Tom, stop.
Goes without saying.
New Orleans, Drew, stop.
Yeah.
New York, LT,
LT
stop.
without saying.
The Jets, Joe Namath.
Broadway Joe.
Yep. The Eagles, Reggie. Because
Yeah.
I got a chance to play against Reggie in his prime.
Mm-hmm.
He that.
Yeah.
Steelers, Mean Joe. And you know the
Woo,
Steelers got a lot of,
a
but Mean
lot.
Joe, man, he was the anchor. He was that under tackle that made it all work.
Yeah.
San Fran, Jerry.
Rightfully so.
Seattle, Russell Wilson.
Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Tampa,
Oh,
Derek Brooks. I thought they
yes.
might go Sap. Thought they might go
Kumar Sap.
Leroy Selman. Leroy Selman was the first overall draft pick, 1976, the first year they came into existence.
Right.
Their first Hall of Famer. But I like I played against Brooks, but I know Brooks and I know Sap.
Yeah.
So I ain't got no problem with this.
Mm-mm.
The Tennessee Titans, Warren Moon.
The Oilers. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with that.
Or
The
could have
Commander.
been Earl Campbell.
But it was too short.
He was a short. But he was like, I think, a 3-time offensive player of the year, an MVP, led the league in rushing, one of the most punishing backs ever.
Ever, yeah. He only
And
played there,
Washington, Darrell Green. DG.
well, couldn't that have been, that could have been Doug Williams, no?
Doug played at Tampa. But Doug had a short career at Tampa. You remember he won the Super Bowl with the Washington.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Darrell Green longevity gets him the nod here.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. The chat's upset. The chat said it should have been Dion or Michael Vick.
Wait.
Okay.
Dion where?
In Atlanta. But Dion only played. Dion was only there for 5 years. 5. 89, 90, 91, 92, 93. 94,
Okay.
he went to San Francisco.
He did 2 in San Francisco and 2 in Dallas.
1 in San Francisco.
Okay.
94. 95, he went to the Cowboys, and he won the Super Bowl in 94 with San Fran. He went to Dallas in 95, won the Super Bowl with them. So he only played 5 years in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize how short Time's career was there. And they let him walk. They didn't franchise him or anything. They let him walk.
Right. I like Julio as the better player.
Yeah.
For the Falcons, but the quarterback always gets a nod.
What about Mike Vick?
Culturally, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, that Mike Vick.
Mike Vick's still a legend out there, man. Man,
Yeah.
them jokers still be wearing Mike Vick jerseys.
Yeah, man, who wouldn't?
Still.
Well, he was. I can't even explain it. I can't even explain it. The one game when we played the Falcons,
Yeah.
where the whole offense was up watching. Ain't
Especially
nobody
on that
the bench.
turf.
Nobody was on the bench when we played against Vic.
Him on that turf you had to see it.
Unfair.
You had to see it. Raiders star running back Ashton Jeanty predicts 1,500 rushing yards and between 10 and 20 touchdowns in his rookie season. I'm hoping for 1,500 yards, and we'll say like 10, 20 touchdowns. Do you think that's possible for the Rook?
Absolutely.
I don't know about those 20 touchdowns. 1,500 yards, yes.
Yes, I
20?
like. Yeah,
I'm trying to think, man. You probably got who? That's probably you. Got to talk about Gale Sayers. I think Gale Sayers had 20 rush touchdowns his rookie season, and I think that was 1965. Go back and take a look at Gale's numbers. Gale was electric, though. The Kansas comment.
Hey, I like the confidence too, and setting the goals for yourself, setting those type of lofty goals for yourself as a rookie coming in. I like it. I don't think it's going to be as easy as he thinks it's going to be, especially when he gets to see how fast everybody else is.
Just imagine you playing Penn State's defense. That's what everybody in the NFL is.
Hey, I think a little better than that, though.
That's what I'm saying. And who's going to be able to lift coverage off you? What receivers you got? Now, you got Bowers. He's really good, and I think y'all work hand in hand,
Mm-hmm.
You want to drop that safety down in the box, and now Bowers get an opportunity to work one-on-one. So I do think 1,500 yards might be possible, might be very doable. I say 10, 12 touchdowns, but 20, man, bro, that's a lot of tubs, Ocho.
It is.
What was Gale's numbers his rookie year? His second year is when he ran had those six touchdowns in a game. Yeah, but they only played 12 games back then. He definitely would have had 20 touchdowns if they'd have played 5 more games. They had 14 games in 65? He came out in 64, right? Yeah, it was him and Buckers. I think he and Buckers were like, okay. I think 1,500 yards is realistic, but that's still a lot of yards, even though it's 17 games. That's still a lot of yards, Ocho.
Listen, I like.
That's 80 yards a game.
Oh, you know how hard that is?
I do. Yes, I know how hard.
Listen, he gonna have to have some games where he hit
He's
it
well over 100.
and get but I'll holler at you. How was his 40 time? Just curious.
What did he run the 40 in? Did he run the 40? Probably what, 4.4, 4.5?
He doesn't have
He ran 4.45.
Okay, he didn't.
He got
Okay,
good speed.
he got good speed. But I like it though. But 1,500.
That's a lot of yards and 10 to 20 touchdowns.
TDs?
Ocho, check this out. While it appears that Aaron Rodgers is signing with the Pittsburgh Steelers, the team apparently has a contingency plan if something goes awry. Jeremy Fowler said, based on conversations he had during last week's NFL league meetings, Kirk Cousins, at very least, on the Steelers' radar. Fowler said the Steelers were interested earlier this offseason in the possibility of acquiring Cousins. It was reported last month that the Falcons had discussions with multiple teams regarding a possible trade of Cousins, but Atlanta was looking for a team to take on a significant portion, at least $20 million of the remaining $37.5 million guaranteed on Cousins' contract. The Falcons' asking price might be more reasonable now. However, remember, Ocho,
Yeah.
they gave him $50 million to sign last year.
Yes, sir.
And he got 37 guaranteed this year. So he got $100 million coming over the next 3 years for the guarantee.
Yeah.
And when I had Ocho, and the thing that I said, Ocho, let's just say in the best case scenario,
Right.
he plays 2 years. I said, Ocho, what if he only gives you 1?
Which is what he gave us half of one. He gave us half of that one. But listen, as long as the fact that they're even waiting, I'm sure they're probably in talks right now with the Falcons about wanting to acquire Kirk Cousins and paying that $20 million that the Falcons would want them to pay on his salary.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting here waiting on Aaron Rodgers when they have, is it OTAs coming up? Or
They're already in them.
Yeah, like I mean, listen, I know you're a veteran, but I would love, maybe it's just me. If I was in this position, I would love to be there right now.
Yeah, I would too.
I would love to be there. I would love the continuity, getting acclimated with the offense and having that much of a head start, if that's what I really want to do. I don't know, but Aaron, listen, I think he feels like he's played long enough. He doesn't need to be there. The game of football is all the same, and I don't know.
Well, I mean, personally, I think it hurt him in his relationship with not personal relationship, but his own field relationship with some of the receivers in New York.
Yeah, I've heard. I could be wrong that he was throwing with DK.
Yeah,
he was. Okay.
I think was it out here in LA.
Yeah, so I mean, if they were throwing together, then that's. I mean,
you don't realize DK is not the only receiver on the team, right?
Yeah, but he would be he'd be the main guy.
Okay.
So
James Harrison got in on the viral good night trend and called Brett Kiesel. Let's take a look at the video, Ocho.
It's funny.
Yeah, pretty good. I'll send you some pictures. I mean, a couple of them were a couple pounds.
Okay, so y'all going back home now?
Yeah.
Okay.
What you doing?
Shit, man, just laying in bed, man. I was just calling to tell you good night.
My man, give me a kiss.
Listen, that's one of the funniest things going on right now, man. That trend, I seen some of the Commanders players do it.
Yeah.
That's it's
When a
funny.
dude try to get Jaden Daniels, they're like, bro, what you on?
That was funny. That was funny, especially the authentic reaction of having someone tell you goodnight, especially the fellas when you know it's not normal, it's not common, it's
Well,
something
first
that
of all,
we don't do.
somebody, a guy calling and telling you good night, it's gonna elicit like, let's just say for the sake of argument, you all did it at one time and didn't nobody know it was a trend. I think
Right.
people are starting to catch on now, and so they're gonna play into it.
Yeah.
But if everybody did it at one time, just take athlete to athlete, and you call somebody, man, look here, you you better bleep that out.
Hey, the first thing all the people I could think of, they gonna say, man, stop playing on my phone.
Yeah.
They're gonna curse. Man,
Yes.
you think, they're gonna say something you can't
Yes.
record.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
you can't, but so
Yeah.
that was
That's why I don't play that's why I don't play on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Cause before I say, hey man, you got me on speaker. They asked me the same thing. Man, I'm on speaker.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
You should have told me. Ocho, have you seen the Saquon the Cooper DeJean alley hoop video?
Oh yeah.
Let's watch this.
He got bounced, boy.
He got bouncy.
He got bunnies.
Yeah.
I mean, when I think about it, if the rim is 11 feet, right?
10.
10 feet up, 10. Listen, I think every NFL player, especially at the skill position, they can dunk. They can dunk. Everybody.
Oh yeah, because I mean, if
like
you're
that.
6 foot tall with a 30+ inch vertical, yeah,
You
you're
can
gonna be able to
dunk.
dunk.
Yeah,
Because
you
your
can
arm's
dunk.
probably 2 feet long. You got a 30+ inch vertical. That's 2.5 feet. Plus you 6 foot, so you should be good.
Yeah, absolutely,
But
absolutely.
he dunked that thing with authority.
Yeah,
Like,
you should see me dunk. You know, my vertical at the combine was at what, 42, right?
No, it wasn't. But okay. Oh, you see the dude that ran that 4.140? I think he won the Big Ten in the 100 meters. The white kid at Iowa.
Oh, he could run.
Yeah, I think he won the
But
100 meters. I think that was him.
Is it really 4-1 though?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He can run. No. He can. He can
I
get out.
know-
Ocho. He can get out. Because
Christian
you saw the
Coleman
way he jumped out them blocks.
Christian Coleman can get out, and I don't think
He can get
Christian
out
Coleman
too.
can go 4-1.
He ain't Christian Coleman starting in his prime, but he can
Yeah.
get out. Oh, he got out on them boys. They almost came and got him, but hey, he is out there. I think that was him. Was that him, Ash?
I forgot his
The guy
name.
from Iowa that won the Big Ten in the 100-meter dash. The white guy from Iowa. Is that the one that ran that 4.1 something at Iowa for spring day or something?
Wait, you know how fast 4-1 is?
Hell yeah, I know how fast he is.
That might be what, 16 steps? A little, maybe less.
Maybe less. I mean, I saw a guy. We had a DB run 4.2 on grass.
On grass.
Yeah.
Woo,
That's
that's a whole lot of torque, boy.
Yep. That's him, Ocho. He ran 4.19, right?
He needs to go.
Christian Coleman ran 4.12.
Yeah, okay.
Usain ran 4.22 with sweatpants on.
Playing around.
He ran 4.15. He can get out, Ocho. I'm telling you. If you watch this, go pull it up on YouTube and watch him how he got out. He can get out.
Yeah, I got to see that.
All right, it's time for our final segment of the evening. It's time for Q and A.
What if I ran 4-1? I probably wouldn't be able to ran nan route.
Oh, you can run a route. All it's gonna do is get you to that safety quicker. You better stay your ass on the outside. That's a headache. I mean, there have been only a handful of guys that's been able to run like that, Ocho, that
Yeah.
was not afraid to go like Tyreek to have that kind of speed
Yeah.
and didn't live predominantly outside.
Right.
Tyreek catches a lot of in-breaking routes.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, when you have that kind of speed, you ain't really trying to get hit.
Mm-mm.
All you run is go routes. But Tyreek turned himself into a very good receiver where he could run the route tree, and that's what makes him so dangerous. Patrick Arthur said, Unc, Ocho. Stephen A. said, Tyrese Halliburton ain't a superstar. Then neither is Anthony Edwards.
Would you? I think Tyrese Halliburton is a star. I don't think he's a superstar. Now, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
My basketball prowess is nowhere near yours, or maybe nowhere near those in the chat that enjoy the game of basketball, but he's a star.
Yeah.
He ain't no slouch, but superstar is reserved for the
They
elites.
ain't but a handful of them. I mean, we throw this term superstar and star, we throw all those terms around loosely, and it's kind of devalued a little bit, Ocho.
Right.
Because anybody that have a year or two of great basketball, like, oh, he's a superstar.
No.
Man, you used to have to put
years
work
of
in.
Consistency.
Yeah, you had to get a couple of MVP, go to the finals. You had to put some work in, not just have a couple of good seasons.
Yeah, I don't think.
Also, how y'all been? It's your boy from South Dakota, Patrick. We've been all right. Life is good. Happy Valley Farm said Thunder walked the Wolves down with a poker face. Well, look. If you look at the way the Thunder came out tonight, it was a lot different than what they came out from Game 3.
Yeah,
and they knew they could not allow the crowd to get into it like they did in Game 3. And they came out meant business. They came out with the purpose of like, we're going back home 3-1. We're not going back home 2-2. And they did what they set out to do.
you know, if they hurry up and end this series and win this next game, won't they have even that much more time to rest?
Yes. All depends. Do the Indiana Pacers take a 3-1 lead, or do they go back to MSG tied 2-2?
Right. Yeah.
Zeke the God 96. Do you think the Knicks will make a comeback? Everything is contingent on this game.
Yeah.
If they win Game 4, I say they make a comeback and they win in 7. If they don't, they're going home in 5. Colin, is Aaron Donald really MVP for the Rams? Y'all forgetting St. Louis days. Greatest show on turf. Okay, you won't. So basically, okay, let's go back. You got Jim Hart, the Rams. You got the Fearsome Foursome. You got Merlin Olsen, who was a 14-time Pro Bowler. You got Deacon. You got Rosie Greer, and you got Lamar Lundy. If you go all the way back to St. Louis, you got Jim Hart at St. Louis. You got Dan Dierdorf at St. Louis. You got Otis Anderson at St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the really only guys I can think of in St. Louis. Now, if you go to Phoenix, that's the Cardinals. My bad. Rams. St. Louis Rams. Okay, let's go back to LA because they started in LA, then they moved, and then they moved back. Sam Waterfield. Yeah, I'm look. Okay, you want Kurt Warner, Isaac Bruce, Orlando Pace,
Marshall Faulk.
Marshall Faulk. You got to realize it's not like Kurt spent a whole lot of time there, man.
It wasn't there long.
Wasn't.
It's Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald. The dominance, the 8-time first team All-Pro, Defensive Rookie of the Year, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, I think it's AD.
Yeah.
And it's not to take anything away from all those other guys because Kurt's in the Hall of Fame. Marshall's in the Hall of Fame. Isaac Bruce is in the Hall of Fame. Orlando Pace is in the Hall of Fame. Torrey Holt's eventually going to get in the Hall of Fame. But it's AD. Way too smooth. Brett Favre or Aaron Rodgers, he saved the Packers franchise, went to 2 Super Bowls, was the only player to win 3 MVPs in a row. He did, but Aaron has 4 MVPs. Aaron was a Super Bowl MVP, and Aaron Rodgers has more touchdowns with fewer interceptions. I don't know, bro. I mean, doesn't Aaron have more touchdown for the Packers than Aaron? I mean, than Brett? Because I'm looking. No, I'm thinking one more MVP, a Super Bowl MVP. Uh, I think he's been to more Pro Bowls. I think they've been to the same. I think they've been the same as far as all pros. I think Aaron might have 4. Brett has 3 for the Packers. No, I'm saying yes. Yeah. So much, and look at the interceptions. Aaron Rodgers has less than 100 interceptions for the Packers with 475 touchdowns. Brett got to have at least 200 for the Packers.
Right.
How many interceptions does Brett have? Yeah. 105 for the Packers. So he has 475 touchdowns, 105 interceptions.
Yeah.
Brett has 286 interceptions with 442 touchdowns. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT for the Packers.
And just those numbers you just rambled off about what Aaron Rodgers was able to do in the past is one of the reasons why the goddamn Steelers is actually waiting.
You waiting. And Sean Taylor isn't there. I mean, he probably could have been there, but he didn't play enough years.
Yeah.
You got to realize DG played 20 years at corner.
Yeah.
How many 20-year corners you think you ever go see again in your life be the MVP?
It's not happening.
It's not.
Not happening.
It's not. Big TD the one. Unc and Ocho, if you guys were on the same team in your prime, who is the number one option? Look, I don't care about the number. I'm gonna get mine. I'm not so sure that I was always the number one option, but I just know I led my team in receiving for 6 straight years.
Shoot, me too.
You led Bengals 6 straight years?
Yeah, sure. I led the AFC 4 years in a row.
Yeah, see, I ain't do that.
Yeah.
I led my team 7 of the 14 years. Finished 1 catch. I almost had 8. Cadre caught 1 more pass than I did. I started to go back in there and catch another pass to tie him up. Jamar Chase, not really 100% on playing flag football in the 2028 Olympics. I don't know. I want to hear more information about it. I want to know the timing for us, off season, end of season. I want to know if we're getting paid. I want to know where we're traveling every week, every other day, every day, like all parts of it, because we have an off season, we have a life. How long would it be? I don't know. There's a lot of questions to it. I think it's pretty cool, but I'm not really 100% on it yet.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. I like it. And I like also I heard one of the reporters ask him how he felt about those that love and play the game of flag football professionally and making sure they're incorporated in some way. He said, obviously, he says he needs to do his homework on it. But listen, Doucette, who obviously the quarterback, who's very, very good, and he plays flag at the highest level. He spoke out and said how he felt it wasn't fair, that the game they love is being taken over by NFL players.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Anyone is going to represent our country in a flag football format, it should be them. So Doucette, I'm sure you're gonna see this, and I hope y'all get the due justice that you guys deserve for the game that you guys love to play, and it's not taken over by those that play NFL football. They can come help contribute and get a better understanding of the game, but actually them just going from NFL football with a certain set of rules and thinking they're going to learn and dominate the game of flag football and just asinine to think.
Yeah, flag tough, man. Hey, look, I know we all athletes and y'all played the game of
Yeah.
football. I know I ain't played no other sport outside of basketball, but just about a year ago, we got a flag football team out here, Hammond Park.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's co-ed. Man, we getting our ass steamrolled out here. You hear me? I'm talking about, listen, I'm talking about the girls can throw, catch. I'm talking about they got all type of little nuances in the game that if you ain't never played it,
See?
boy, you lost out there. You lost. You
Yeah.
hear me? Yeah, that game different. Now, I thought for some NFL guys, I'm like, oh man, they'll probably be all right. But y'all
No.
saying ain't no way. Yeah, it's
No
hard.
way.
It's
Hey
tough.
Joe, it's too many tricks, it's too many nuances, it's too
You're right.
sliding, they're going on the knee, and they can manipulate the game in ways that NFL players aren't used to. I don't care how fast and quick you are, having those attributes, to apply to your game. Now that's all nice and dandy in the NFL. But flag, man, shit don't mean.
And like you said, okay, how much time are they going to have to devote? Because it's not like it's like Ocho, like basketball. But basketball, when the pros came back in '92 when they went to
Right.
Barcelona, they had practice. So what are
Yeah.
you gonna do? You just gonna have these guys out there? Hey, okay, you want to play? Okay, Lamar, you can be the quarterback. Hey, Jetta, Tyreek, you want to play? No, they're gonna have to go practice. And like he said, that's their off season. And just
Yeah,
like
they
the
ain't
guys
trying
in
to get.
basketball, Ocho, they got to give up a large part of their off season, Joe, because
Yeah.
soon as the
Yeah.
what you call them's over with, and then you got like in basketball, they got the worlds and they got all the USAs and they got all this other stuff. But it's gonna be different. It ain't just y'all just show up.
Right.
So I
You got to
understand
put.
what Chase is talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chemistry and continuity, man. You can't cheat
Nope.
that.
Oh.
You can't cheat. You think you can have the most talented guys and just go out there and beat up on folks, but man, listen, if y'all ain't on the same page, it's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you don't know the rules and you haven't been doing it for a very long time.
Yeah, I agree.
The Bears are reportedly looking for Caleb Williams to improve his body language and other finer nuances, per Albert Breer. While the coaches understood the beating that he took, they showed film to emphasize how he'd been slow to pull himself off the ground. Williams reportedly is eagerly to make these changes. I agree. Body language is everything, Ocho. You know how it is.
Yeah. Yeah. But listen, we talk about Chicago. We talk about the Chicago Bears. We talk about the same team that had Jay Cutler, who showed no emotion the whole time. I totally understand. I totally understand them. But keep your quarterback upright. Keep your quarterback upright the best way you can. He wouldn't have to be slow to get up off the ground because he's tired of getting up. He's tired of getting up from there. He's tired. I understand him. That's why he's getting up slow. The faster you get up, the quicker you're gonna be back down there.
Well, I think it's just like the quarterbacks normally they normally spring up because now you make it seem like it's the offensive line and you don't want to show anybody up. So just pop on back up like, hey, we know you take, we know you get, and
Right.
like you said, the coaches understood the beating that he took.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But hey, I ain't finna show the defense. Y'all ain't finna know. Somebody might get a clean shot on me, Ocho, but you ain't gonna know it.
Yeah,
If I can get up, I'm gonna get my ass up.
Yeah.
Now I done had some stuff broken. I lay right there. Y'all come on and get me. When I broke my collarbone, fractured my eye socket, Joe, I lay right there. But other than that, I done took some mean shots. Don't remember a whole lot, but
Yeah, that orbital bone, it'll have you laid out. I was laid out for a minute too.
man, that thing hurt. Man, it felt like the whole side of my face exploded.
Man, listen, when I did mine, they took me to the back. Man, I thought somebody was hitting me in the back of my head with a hammer. That thing was hurting so bad. It just was ringing.
Headache.
What? I'm talking about it wouldn't go away, Ocho.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about ringing.
That thing hurt. It definitely hurt. The Falcons posted this picture today before promptly deleting it. We're out here, 3/28.
What's wrong with it? Why they delete it?
Huh?
Yeah, what we missing?
28-3, Patriots, Falcons.
Oh
Oh,
man.
okay.
Oh
Oh, so
man.
they got the jokes. The jokes went flying, huh?
Yep.
Okay, understandable. But that's the past, That's the past. You have to delete it for that.
Man, look here. Atlanta ain't gonna never forget that, Joe. You better tell him.
Man, listen,
Yeah,
Ocho. Hey, it so happened I was playing for the Brooklyn Nets at the time, but I was here in Atlanta. We was finna play the
right.
Hawks a couple days. So I had a little shindig at the crib.
Mhm.
My partner came over here. He had his wife and his son decked out in Atlanta gear. I'm talking about, boy, they going crazy at halftime.
Oh
You hear
yeah,
me? Throwing a whole running of the Bulls in my kitchen, going crazy. You hear
yeah.
me? Ocho. Boy, when that lead
Mhm.
started trickling down, you should have seen that man. Hey, he lost it. He couldn't
Yo,
believe
they
it.
was already in the
Lost it.
streets. Man, my homeboy, man, they
Man,
sent me pictures. They partying in the street. With Super Bowl coming to Atlanta. What I tell you?
Hey, I'm not even trying to be funny. When it was 28-3, I honestly thought the game was over. I had jumped on the video game. I started playing FIFA. Because I'm just thinking about it, and as playing the game as long as I played it, especially two teams that are as good as they are to get to the Super Bowl, to be down 28-3, there's really no way you can come back from that. Run the
They
ball,
did. They
fill the
made
clock.
they made
Run the
every
ball,
mistake. They
fill the
would not
clock.
run the football. How you up 28-3 and you have fewer rushes in the second half than the
Okay.
team that's down 28-3. Matt Ryan know damn well he can't take a sack because they're in field goal range, and he
Yeah.
took a sack. And the play that changed it is when Tevin Campbell got hurt. They brought the backup back in. I forget his name, and he whiffed. And Hightower,
mm,
they had the guy open for a touchdown, and Matt Ryan was finna throw it. And in the process, Hightower hit him. He fumbled.
Mm-hmm.
that's all
That
she
was all
Hold
she
wrote.
on.
wrote.
Hey, that fourth down catch from Edelman too. That ain't nothing
Oh
but
yeah.
God. That ain't nothing but
Well,
the
it was
football
almost
gods.
picked off.
Yeah, that wasn't nothing but the football gods right
But
there.
think about it. Late in the ball game, Ocho, the fourth quarter, I think it was like inside of 2 minutes. Julio made that great toe touch.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
in field goal? Yes,
line. Oh, that was beautiful.
you in field goal range. Now just run the football.
Yeah.
Why would you? Why would you? And Matt Ryan had been playing long enough. He knows he can't take a sack in that situation, Ocho.
Mhm.
He can't. You just can't.
Hey, look, they built that beautiful stadium right after that, thinking they was gonna get right back to that. And
It's hard to it's hard
man,
to get back, boy.
It is. You
listen,
got to think
man,
about it.
you take it.
Hold on. They played us in '98, so it was almost 20 years before they went back again.
Hard, boy. Hey, I think people have been spoiled by the Patriots consistently going back over and over and over.
In Kansas City.
In Kansas City now recently. It's hard, man. And it's a testament to how great 12 and 15 are.
Mm.
Yep.
There's a reason they make, man, you get the point. I don't need to get into that.
Someone built the worst NFL franchises, building the worst NFL franchises. Logo, Washington. Jersey, the Browns. Stadium, Commanders. Offense, Browns. Defense, Jags. Coaching, Cowboys. City, Las Vegas. Fans, Chargers. Mascot, Raiders. Ocho?
Hold on, y'all think they got the weakest
Who?
jersey? The Browns. They got the weakest jersey.
Hold on, boy, you seen the Browns all white?
That ain't what they're known for. They're known for them doo-doo
Oh, you
Browns.
talking about okay. Well, hey, that all white Penn State, and that all white Browns uniform.
When you think of the Browns, you think of that jersey that's in that picture.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
And look at the helmet. Ain't got no decal.
Yeah. You're right.
Stadium now. I hadn't played in that stadium in oh my goodness. Almost 20 almost 30 years. So I don't know what it was fairly new when we played in it.
Right.
So it seemed, but obviously they're looking to build a new stadium now, so clearly it's outdated. The Browns offense, okay, yeah. Jacksonville's defense, coaching, Cowboys. What's wrong with Vegas?
I don't know. I didn't understand that one.
Fans, Chargers ain't got no fans. They should what the Chargers should have done, Ocho, was renovated that stadium. I don't know. First of all, you don't have the fan base that's going to follow you. If I'm a Chargers fan, I'm not driving. I'm not driving that. I'm not driving no 2 hours. Well, it's only like 90 minutes. That's if everything is perfect. If the interstate opens up, it's 90 minutes.
Right.
But it's probably about 3.5, 4 hours. Chargers ain't got no
Man.
fan base like that. They don't. I'm being honest. They should have just the money that they put to go into SoFi, so
Right.
they could be second class to the Rams. They should have just put that money into that stadium and built that right there. And the mascot, what the Raiders used to have. I don't know if that's
Who is the Raiders
mascot.
mascot?
It used to be the black guy, the pirate guy with the shoulder pads.
Oh yeah.
Hey, hold on. Unc and
Yeah.
Ocho, do the Chargers and the Rams have the same owner?
No, they play in the same building, SoFi Stadium. Stan Kroenke
Okay.
owns the Rams, and what's the guy named that own the Chargers? Ash, him and his sister, Spanos, Dean Spanos, and his sister.
Okay.
They own it. But Kroenke owns the Avalanche, he owns the Nuggets, and he owns Arsenal. I think he owns a soccer team too. I think it's Arsenal.
Hey, hey, Cronky, smooth as hell, man. When you meet him, man,
Mm-hmm.
like he fly. He fly. He a smooth dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Rapids. Oh yeah, he owns the soccer team. Colorado Rapids. Yeah.